Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel, and welcome back to Meme Deck Monday. Today, we're playing a pretty cool one. This is Spell Counter Control. So, I got the idea for this deck, actually, whenever me and Petty were going over cards for the top 50 worst cards list, and we kind of stopped at Anti-Spell. Now, this is not one of the top 50 worst cards in GOAT format, let's be clear. But we kind of stopped at it just to read it because, you don't see this card too often. And it inspired me to build a spell counter deck. So here we are. Took ideas from the goatformat.com website and also from Retro Expert on YouTube. Tested this one out a little bit, and it can do some powerful things. We'll start with 3 copies of Apprentice Magician. Obviously in your spell counter deck, you want the card that puts spell counters on all your things, plus searches a bunch of other stuff. To go with the Apprentice Magician package, we have 2 copies of Magician of Faith, 1 magical plant Mandragola, which is actually a spellcaster. It is not a plant, despite having plant in its name. And this is a flip effect monster that just places a spell counter on each face-up card on the field that you can place a spell counter on. So, pretty sick card to go with Tsukuyomi. Of course, we have 1 copy of Old Vindictive Magician as removal off of Apprentice Magician. For cards we can put spell counters on, we have 3 copies of Skilled Dark Magician with no Dark Magician. I originally did have Dark Magician in the deck, because you can power this thing up pretty quickly, but you actually want to just keep your spell counters, and going into Dark Magician was pretty much never the play in my testing. From there, we have 3 copies of Royal Magical Library, so this is the fairest Royal Magical Library deck of all time. We have Magical Marionette, which is a card I just love. Copy of Blast Magician, that you can also put a bunch of spell counters on and also doubles as removal. And then we have a few staples. We have BLS, Breaker, and Tsukuyomi. And by the way, activating Breaker multiple times in a game, pretty hot. Going on to spells, we have a couple of copies of Book of Moon, a couple Noblemen of Crossouts, a Megaton Magical Cannon. Really hope that we can get this one off in this video. So you can remove 10 spell counters from your field to destroy all cards your opponent controls. Very, very powerful effect. Obviously, it's pretty hard to charge this thing up, but once you get it there, you probably win the game. From there, we've got a bunch of staples. We have Mind Control, Trinity, Heavy Storm, Snatch Steal, Premature Burial, MST, and a Swords of Revealing Light. And for our traps, we have the 2 copies of Anti-Spell that I was talking about earlier. We have a Pitch Black Power Stone, which is just a card that you can have a ton of spell counters on, and you can just like move them around everywhere. Really good at charging up our Megaton Magical Cannon. And then staples, a Ring of Destruction, Mirror Force, and 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. For the side deck, we've got a couple copies of Jowgen, Mobius, a Zaborg to go along with our brain controls that we have, Asura Priest, our Tribe Infecting Virus, 2 copies of Walk, Mind Control, 3 copies of Sakuretsu Armor, and our 3rd copy of Anti-Spell. So, that's the deck. Let's get into some matches. Alright, we're here for our first match. Let's see if we can get lucky enough to fire off the Megaton Cannon. Probably not going to get to. In all of my test matches, I don't think I've even gotten up to 10 spell counters. I guess I've gotten pretty close in some matches, but it's going to be very rare that you're able to get 10 spell counters on your side. Especially when, like, Skilled Dark Magician, Royal Magical Library all cap at 3. Breaker caps at 1, of course. But opponent leads on Pot of Greed. Sets a back row, sets a monster. Generally not a huge fan of turn 1 Mind Control, but I think I may here. And I get the feeling this is probably a chainable, so I kind of don't want to send the Breaker out into it. Now, I might be thinking this through a little too much, but I'm actually going to summon Skilled Dark. And I'm going to Mind Control this, because if this is a Moth, that could be very bad for me, but we'll just kind of hope that, this isn't a Sangan or a Serpent. It is a Spirit Reaper. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll flip that up. Man, we don't have anything to... Oh, we got Snatch Steal to deal with it. We're fine. We are okay, but let's just set Solemn Judgment. We'll give the Reaper back over. So we did -1 on our Mind Control. That's why I don't like Mind Conning turn 1, because like generally your opponent's going to play out their flip effect monster that they would rather get knocked, and especially without having spies in the deck, Mind Control turn 1 can just be like not great. We do have 2 counters on our Skilled Dark Magician. I forgot about the counter on there with the Mind Control. But that's okay. And you can have your Graceful Charity. I'm not going to Solemn Judgment that. Discard Blade Knight. Okay, and Blade Knight. Okay. Well, we probably weren't going to get any any value out of this mind control anyway. I'm actually going to Solemn Judgment that. I don't think I'm allowed to let my opponent take the skilled Dark Magician, attack me for 2200, discard a card from my hand, and then just ditch the skilled Dark Magician if they want to. We know the Blade Knights are gone, so they get to crash with Breaker. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. So we are going to lose a card from our hand. It's fine. Hopefully it's not Snatch Steal. It is indeed Snatch Steal. Okay. Feels like every time I ask for it to not be a certain card, it ends up being that card. All right, Duo's not bad, though we don't have an answer to this Reaper anymore. I guess we can pick up a +1 with the Breaker. Yeah, let's just do that first. Book of Moon, okay. Unfortunate. But, I mean, we pick up a plus there. And then maybe our opponent only has like one monster or something in hand. Magic Drain? You've got to be kidding me. Got our Duo Magic Drained? That card is so bad. I know a lot of people really like it. But yeah, Magic Drain, not the best card ever in Go format. Okay, we're just going to lose everything. Cool. No big deal. Sometimes that's how that be happening. Yep. Tsukiyomi's gone. We don't have a light in the graveyard, so we can't just draw into a BLS here. Oh, there's a light. Damn, I can't set it. I can't set it. I can't summon it. I guess I set it then, right? Yeah, we'll set it. That way, at least our opponent's not attacking us for 1200. It's only for 300 if they attack with the Spirit Reaper. Kaiku, yeah, knock, sure. All right, well, we're out of here. We're out of here. Warriors. So let's side in our Tribe Infecting Virus. We have our 3 Sakuretsu armors here, and I like the Brain Controls. And I actually do think I like the Mobius. Normally, I don't like Mobius against Warriors if I'm playing Warriors, but this sort of deck is generally going to leave something behind for me to tribute off. But we're just going to cut all of these cards, and I think we're going to call it a day at that. Seems fine to me. All these other cards are pretty good. We go up to 20 monsters. That's not really that big of a deal. We have our Gravekeeper Spy here, the Royal Magical Library. All right, let's see if we can have a little bit better game than that first one, and take down game 2 and 3 here. All right, would love to go first. Good hand. Any good hands? Yeah, this is totally fine. I think I'm going to lead on Library over Apprentice Magician. I would much rather that get knocked. Yeah, let's just set the Library here. And I'll set Ring since it's chainable, just in case the opponent has a level 2. And we will pass the turn. Hopefully we can draw into like a Mobius or Marionette or whatever, so we can use this Brain Control to good value. We see a T set from the opponent. Okay. And then another back row. All right, I wonder if that's Spirit Reaper. Oh, Heavy Storm, you say? Pro set Heavy Enjoyers? You could. I think I'm just going to set Apprentice Magician. And this is a juicy Pro set Heavy, but if the opponent has a Dust Tornado or an MST, it kind of sucks, but the upside's really high. Let's do it. See if this works out. It does not. The opponent has Dust Tornado. Okay, we're going to lose our Heavy Storm, which kind of sucks, but that's why I'm generally not a fan of Pro Set Heavy. But if the opponent didn't have exactly Dust Tornado or MST there, it could have been pretty good. Spy. Okay. And I'm not sure, like, the opponent didn't really see anything that would make them think that they need to bring in Dust Tornado, but I don't know. Dust Tornado is like just like a good card, right? Spy's fine. We set another face down monster. Okay. Oh, well, this could go get... Yeah, let's just go get Moth, I guess. We can pick up our Heavy Storm. We could get... Do we want... Well, let's just get Moth. Let's be real. That's our best one here. We could get Magical Plant Mandragola. But I don't think that's what we really need to do here. We can actually just like Brain Control Spy and attack into the other Spy. And trade. That seems like a pretty good deal to me. We also just like don't have to, right? I think we can just wait on that. Let's just set Library and just pass the turn. I'm not going to set any more because we do have this Moth to grab back the Heavy Storm, but I'm okay playing the long game here, I think. I would love for one of these to get flipped up, and then I can start playing a few more spells, maybe drawing some cards, out-resource the opponent. Yeah, they're just going to attack into a Moth. That's fine. Get the Heavy Storm back. Attacking into the Moth makes a lot of sense. Don't want to allow like a Tsukuyomi loop. They're going to set... Okay, so they've got a Solemn... No, they have a Morphing Jar. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, they discarded their BLS at least. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy about picking up Duo here as well. And Breaker and Solemn Judgment. Okay. So, that, and now they activate the Pot of... Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, we're getting kind of nuked here on our card advantage. Yeah, Graceful Charity as well. Sure. Maybe I'm not okay with playing the long game. maybe that was a joke. Opponent discarded Double Blade Knight again. Okay. And, yep, we just fill up the back row. Very nice. Magical Marionette. That's a good one. Giant-ass back row. Prima, what does Prima do for us? Not much, currently. Let's just lead on Breaker. And I think we can, like, set a Solemn Judgment or whatever. If they want to Judgment this, be my guest. Ring. That works, too. And, yeah, I guess we'll Duo. Get these cards out of the hand. I know, like, this doesn't help my Royal Magical Libraries, but I think that's fine. All right, they ditch a Mirror Force and Kaiku. Okay, well, let's set Solemn Judgment, set Premature Burial, and pass the turn. Dust Tornado, hit the Prima, please. No, hit the Judgment. Of course we do. Get that out of here. Okay. And the opponent has yet another backer. So we just kind of got torn up by this Morphing Jar. Curse you, Scrub for life, for putting Morphing Jar in your side. I used to side Morphing Jar in Warriors a long time ago. I like it a lot, but, you know, here it's not helping us out. I think I'm just going to summon Skilled Dark here. Prima doesn't do a whole lot, really. Yeah, let's just summon out the Skilled Dark. See if we can take out this Morphing Jar. Get something going. If we see a Torrential, I just, like, quit this game, I guess. Actually, Torrential wouldn't even be that bad. Let's just clear this Morphing Jar before our opponent has a chance to, like, Book of Moon it or whatever. And we will set our Book of Moon and pass the turn. Okay. So the position's not, like, god-awful. Is that 3 Dust Tornadoes? It's all 3 Dust Tornadoes. So our opponent decided they needed all of their Dust Tornadoes in this game for whatever reason. And I believe, like, one of them hit the Solemn Judgment, right? And the other one hit the Heavy Storm. All right. Keep checking the graveyard. The BLS is in there. Do they have Chaos Sorcerer in their deck as well? Face down monster. Sure. Mobius. Okay. Pretty happy to see that. Wish I still had the Solemn Judgment around. But, yeah, let's just summon out a Mobius here. I think that's fine. Do we attack first? Mirror Force is gone. Yeah, let's just summon Mobius. Any negates? Solemn Judgment. Sure. Opponent goes to 3,200. I can Prima back the Mobius, but we need to do a little bit more damage. I think I'm just gonna wait on that, though. I guess Mobius does clear Spy, right? Mirror Force is gone. There's likely... I mean, does the Prima ever actually get better? I don't really think so. So yeah, let's target Mobius. If our opponent has another Solemn, that'd be great. They definitely don't have any more Dust Tornadoes. Magic Draining... I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright, let's attack with Skilled Dark Magician and his face down. DD Warrior Lady, cool. Yeah, banish bros, no big deal. Alright, and we'll pass the turn. We've got Royal Magical Library to soak up some damage here. Just getting blown out by Morphing Jar, Magic Drain, triple Dust Tornado. Yeah, grab your Kaiku, that's fine. Opponent goes to 2,400, so we're actually not that far off from this ring just being lethal. Yeah, attacking a Royal Magical Library. It's fine with me. Take your 200. I have Gravekeeper Spy too, only mine draws me cards. If we can get one counter on this, ring actually does it, but another Royal Magical Library is a-okay with me. I'm just going to set that and pass over the turn. If the opponent attacks into that, then we can summon out Magical Marionette, and then it is lethal, but we'll see. Maybe they'll play some spells too, and we can just kind of like draw some cards. That'd be pretty sick. I'm not actually like mad about the Magic Drain. I know I kind of like gave a little show there. But yeah, we're going to lose our Royal Magical Library. That's no big deal. We do get a counter on this one, though. It does count the opponent's spell cards. All right, the opponent's going to pass a turn. Any spells? That's a damn good one. Okay. All right. Pot of Greed. Let us go ahead and slam that. All right. The opponent agrees. More spells. Solemn Judgment, also not bad. BLS, also not... BLS isn't great. We could ring this Kaiku, summon BLS. Yeah. I also could have, like, I could have summoned out Magical Marionette, played Pot of Greed, gotten a counter on it, and tried to do that. I don't think that was correct to do. I think I'm just going to set Solemn Judgment and pass the turn. And see if we can protect a play with that. Like, now maybe we... Oh, interesting. I let my opponent draw a card. If I ring the... This is really bad for me. If I Solemn Judgment, I go to 23. That's fine. I'll Solemn Judgment that. And then if my opponent Judgment's in response, they die. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. You go to 1100. This chain has to resolve, so you get... Well, this gets a counter on it. And you get this, and I would like to Ring of Destruction your Kaiku, please. All right, able to take game 2. Almost got to draw off of the Royal Magical Library. Once again, I don't want to be misconstrued. I'm like actually just like raging over here about the Magic Drain. It's just like every time I get got by a Magic Drain, it feels so bad because I talk so much shit about it all the time. Maybe I bring in the the Zaborg here too, because the opponent's playing with like Morphing Jar and stuff. Maybe that is actually good. I could see it. I still don't want the Nox because they are, you know, just a base warrior deck. Maybe Blast Magician's not it. It just gets attacked over by everything. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll run this back. We'll pick up this game 3. Magic Drain isn't real. It cannot hurt me. All right, game 3. This has been a fun one. This hand, I mean, Moth plus Swords is pretty good. We have a Light for our BLS. Light is the hardest attribute for us to find, so that's pretty nice. Opponent just sets 3 back row and passes. Yep, and they have the Dust Shoot. Cool. We're probably going to lose our Moth here. I can't imagine they send back the BLS. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Man, we really need something to go with this Prima. I mean, we just need something, right? We're not, like, in a super bad position or anything because of the Trap Dust Shoot. The Moth wasn't even, like, immediately available. Can you stop hitting the good cards? These Dust Tornadoes have done some work. But we've still got this MST, which is good with the BLS if we're able to get it down. When we've got Swords to buy some time, would love to draw into, actually, yeah, that's fine. Would love to draw into a Royal Magical Library if we can get that flipped up. Swords buying us some time, having MST and all that stuff. The opponent playing spells as well. Maybe we can get something to happen with that. Apprentice Magician would also be a very good draw here, because it could get us Dark and Light in the graveyard, and like maybe pick up our MST with a Moth or something. Kaiku going to the grave, okay. Known BLS over here, and Exile Force. Okay, I'm happy to see that go. Yep. Drew the Pot of Greed as well off the Graceful Charity. Why not? What about Duo? Spirit Reaper? God, yeah, that's not good. I'll take 300 here. Please just discard the BLS or the Prima, not the Swords. All right, BLS going to the graveyard. That's fine. Not like super upset about that. Yeah, I'll just MST this new back row, get it out of here. Judgment, very nice. Moth, okay. Moth at least picks up... Well, now I wish they had hit something other than the BLS. Oh, that's okay. Moth picks up MST, which is pretty good. I'm just going to throw down Swords here. I'm going to set Moth. I'm going to set the Prima just in case the opponent's able to get through this. Like, I don't know, with like MST plus knock or something like that. Hopefully they don't have the knock, and we're able to at least hold on for a little bit here. Prima targeting Exile Force. Yep, that's fine. I guess I'll lose my Moth. But, you know, wasn't really expecting it to stick around here. All right, can I get some Trinity now? I think I'm owed a Pot of Greed, right? Face down for the opponent, sure. Apprentice Magician. Well, that's less good now, but I'll go ahead and set it and pass the turn. And see what's up. All right, nothing from the opponent. Swords at 2. Brain Control gets rid of Spirit Reaper. I think we might be able to do something a little bit better than that, though. I'm going to set it and pass the turn here. I don't think my opponent has an MST or a Dust Tornado because they've been consistently firing those off whenever a new back row is set, so this is fine. Maybe I draw into like a Zaborg or something, which, like, I can't Brain Control the Zaborg right now. I can't Brain Control and then summon Zaborg because Brain Control would just kill the Reaper. But, like, Reaper's not doing anything, so I don't feel like I need to Brain Control and just save it for a bigger play later, right? Apprentice Magician here is nice. Only one Moth is gone, so there's a chance we could go into another Moth. We could go into Old Vindictive Magician, which isn't terrible. Second Apprentice is a little worse, though I guess that gives us Moth plus Old Vindictive. They're gonna Dust Tornado now? Okay, well, I guess they're not just, like, consistently throwing off Dust Tornadoes on new sets. They're just consistently throwing off Dust Tornadoes whenever they can. That's all right. Level 2. Yeah, I'm going to Judgment that. If I let that sit on the field, we just lose, right? If the opponent Judgment's back, I mean, we're probably screwed. Level 2 is just an abomination for what I've got going on. But we're down to 3850. The level 2 is gone. If they have a Call of the Haunted, you know, cool. I guess. Judgment's gone. Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity gone. All right, Pot of Greed off the top. Let's go. Mirror Force? That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll accept Mirror Force. I wish I could Prima back this BLS. You know, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? A lot more decks would probably play Premature Burial if, like, you didn't have to summon it first. Just, like, turn 1, ditch it. I may just let this DD Warrior Lady go through. Kind of posture like I don't have a Mirror Force. It's a 1-for-1 trade. That's fine with me. I've got another Apprentice Magician. Maybe we can get a little bit extra value out of the Mirror Force. Old Vindictive. Okay, sure. So let's set that. That's an answer to Reaper. It's an answer to whatever. And now we can use this Apprentice Magician to go get Moth. And hopefully, before that happens, we draw into a Pot of Greed. All right, Zaborg. Book of Moon. Book of Moon's not bad, actually. Yeah, I may just flip up this Old Vindictive and kill this face down now. Why wouldn't I do that? Let's do it. Pop. Got Mirror Force. Got Book of Moon. Yeah, kind of thought it was a spy. Set the Book of Moon now. If the opponent attacks in, I can kind of decide what I want to do. If I want a Mirror Force, or like I could just Book of Moon the Old Vindictive, flip it up, kill Spirit Reaper, leave their monster in attack position, maybe they summon another monster on the next turn, and we can Mirror Force. Blotty. Okay. It's fine. Actually, I don't care about the Reaper, do I? I could just Mirror Force here, and then turn it to defense, and then, like, use the Book of Moon play later. Maybe I draw into something better. I don't know. Let's just Mirror Force this turn. It's fine. We'll get that out of the way. That way we don't -1 ourselves on the Book of Moon. We'll just 1-for-1. Sakuretsu's pretty good too. Yeah, just turn this to defense. Set the Saku. Pass the turn. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm still in this game as much as I am. We're down to 3850. I wonder what these back rows are. Rhoda? Okay. Sure. Did we draw Heavy Storm? Or are we just out of monsters? The second level 2? That's fine, actually. We drew the Saku. We're good. Yeah, I am definitely just going to Saku this. Get it on out of here. No reason to Book of Moon it and then hope that one of my attacks gets through. Pot of Greed? No, another Saku. Okay. Okay, well, one day, maybe we could draw into some Trinity and get something going here. Zaborg would be nice. Mobius would be nice here as well. Sasuke. That's fine too. If that attacks into Apprentice, attacks into Old Vindictive. Kinda... The opponent already has Light Dark. Do I care? Yeah, let's just Saku. Let's get it off the field. We do still have this Book of Moon to use with our Old Vindictive Magician, so we'll get that off the field. And we'll just kind of go from there. Skilled Dark Magician. Sure. Let's summon that out. And then I'll attempt to Book of Moon, the Old Vindictive Magician. Oh, MST? There? Okay, activate target here. That's an odd time to use an MST, but cool. Because I still get the counter. The Skilled Dark Magician's on the board. Like, it's not like Magic. We're not using the stack here. Solemn Judgment, the Book of Moon. Okay. Sure. I can't attack over the Reaper. Opponent goes to 3,600. Yeah, I'll just pass. Interesting. We're actually getting close to being caught up on card advantage here. But I'm happy with the Solemn Judgment being gone. That's Solemn Judgment number 2. We've seen 2 Dust Tornadoes and an MST. Pot and Graceful are already gone. We don't care about Duo, of course. All right. Like, we're not in the worst position ever, somehow. This has been a cool game regardless. All right. Breaker. Okay. Oh, we can double breaker? We can indeed double breaker. I don't know how good that is. So I don't know what this set is, but yeah, let's summon out breaker. The opponent torrentials, that's not really that bad for us. I'm gonna pop. I don't think this is a chainable. I'm gonna go after this one. Yeah, Rhoda, sure. Flipping up Apprentice Magician could lose us the game here, so I don't think I want a double breaker. Mirror Force, still live. Our opponent's going to draw into a BLS eventually, right? Yeah, let's just attack. Donald, sure. Get rid of the Donzalug. We really need something to clear this Reaper. I wish I had brain controlled before, obviously, but, you know, it was calculated play. I knew what could happen. All right, now we lose our Apprentice Magician. That's fine. Obviously would have been better for us to flip that up and double breaker that turn as well, but I think being at 3850, playing it a little bit safe there is totally fine. Yeah, Kaiku's not that big of a deal. We don't have any more Chaos Monsters in the deck anyway. Because, like, say the opponent drew a BLS there, which they're pretty due for at some point in the near future, being 25 cards in their deck. If we flipped up the Apprentice Magician there, we just lost. So Mobius is pretty nice. Man, the stupid Spirit Reaper. Do we want to get greedy with the Mobius? I think we can. They didn't have anything to say about this last turn. So yeah, let's just attack into the Kaiku. Yeah, get that out of here. Opponent takes 100. How many more outs do I have to Spirit Reaper? I've got another Brain Control, Snatch Steal, Ring of Destruction. No, Ring's gone. Yeah, Tribe. Yeah, okay. I didn't think about Tribe. I could have summoned out the Mobius, but now we're just going to get owned by this, though. If the opponent puts the Spirit Reaper in attack position. Yeah, okay. Oops, lose a little bit more than 16 life points. All right, we'll take 1,600. And we'll take 300. And we'll lose our Mobius. That's 2,100. We need something with 1,700 or more attack. Snatch Steal? Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh, if only I had summoned the Mobius. Man, maybe that was just a giant... Probably was a giant misplay. I just was not thinking about Tribe at all. Unfortunately, I can't discard the Tribe. This would be 1,300... plus 21. We're so close. It's so close, but it doesn't quite kill. It puts our opponent to 100 and then get to just chill with the Spirit Reaper. So I think I got to get rid of the Spirit Reaper here. Yeah, let's all right, that's going to work out. I have no idea what their set is. I'm just going to attack over the Tribe here. Yeah, it deals 800, they go to 27, and like any monster gives me the game here, so let's just attack over the Tribe. This makes sure I get to keep the Mobius on board. And then main phase 2, we'll attempt to Snatch Steal the Spirit Reaper. Yeah, so the opponent barely would have lived there. They were at 3,500, they would have taken 13 plus 21. Yeah, they would have lived at 100, but then they would have just been sitting there with the Spirit Reaper, so I think this is the better play. Just about any monster off the top gives us game, but the opponent's going to draw BLS here, right? No? Back row? Apprentice Magician gives us game. Do we go for it is the question. We're at 950. I'm gonna take the coward's way out. I'm just gonna attack with the Mobius. We have a Moth left, actually, so I think this is totally fine. All right. Opponent down to 300. Let's set our Apprentice Magician. Let's pass the turn. What a wild match. I definitely didn't play this perfectly, but see if we can get out of this one. No BLS one time. Come on, come on. No BLS. Let's go. Opponent's thinking. Call of the Haunted for Tribe. That's fine. We're going to attack, okay? Apprentice Magician goes and gets Moth. All right, and then discard to kill Mobius? And Tribe? Kind of have to, right? No, you're just going to pass? That's not a winning proposition. Let's go. Opponent's going to 0? Oh, yeah. What a match. Holy crap. It's like a 34.5-minute match. Good lord. I'm going to get cut down by editing a little bit, but wow. That was a great one. We didn't really get to do a whole lot with like actual spell counters and stuff. I know there were a whole lot of times where like I could have made a few different plays here and there. Like we could have double breakered had I flipped up the Apprentice at some point. And then I played a little greedy there with the brain control and stuff like that, but it ended up working out. And I think this is just going to be a fun one to watch anyway. And it's going to be a fun one for me to watch back while I'm editing and, you know, just check out the misplays and see what I could have done better. But yeah, that's going to be the first match. Good lord, this is going to be a long video. Let's get another one. All right, we are here with a second match. A few days have passed in between the recording of the first match and this one, but that's okay. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break. But yeah, I did rewatch the first match as I usually do. Ooh. This is kind of cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I got greedy with I'm just going to summon Royal Magical Library. I'm going to get greedy again. I got greedy with the Mobius play. I wasn't thinking about Tribe, but I definitely should have been thinking about Tribe. But, you know, that's fine. That match was still awesome. And even though, like, I had an opportunity... Oh, we sniped the Graceful. Let's go. Even though I had an opportunity to, like, double breaker or something in that match, I chose not to. And we didn't really get to... We didn't really get to do a whole lot of like actual spell counter stuff. So kind of want to do that in this one, which is why I led on the library. With this Graceful Charity and Duo, hopefully we're able to get some sort of draw here. Oh yeah, we got a Prima. Very nice. Yeah, we can get a draw. Let's just discard Skilled Dark Magician. I definitely want to hold on to this Moth. Heavy is a little annoying with these, but there's a chance the Skilled Dark goes away and then we want to start pushing stuff to. I think we can just discard Old Vindictive Magician here. I don't think that's the worst. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. And then slam down Prima. We are going to get an extra draw off of this Royal Magical Library this turn. Very nice. Let's go ahead and activate that. Get our draw. Ooh, Magical Marionette. That's a good one too. Yeah, let's just set Solemn Judgment and pass the turn. We do see Kaiku, so, you know, that doesn't tip us off necessarily that it's an aggro deck or something like that, but if our opponent summons out a monster, we could definitely consider Solemn Judgmenting. Probably not going to, because we do have this Skilled Dart going. Pot of Greed. Yeah, we're going to allow that. Now we might be a little bit more inclined to Solemn a monster. Just keep our library around, but I don't know. That still doesn't seem great. Though Moth, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We're probably not going to Solemn a monster. It just doesn't make a whole lot of... Oh, Cliff? Never mind. Never mind. I will Solemn Judgment the Cliff. Oh, Lord. That kills both of our monsters. Oh, please don't have a Prima. Please don't have a Prima. Just don't do it. You don't need to, opponent, I promise. They did go back to main 1, which is where they do need to go. If we're activating the Judgment here. Snatch. Yeah, okay. That's not the end of the world. We are going to lose our Royal Magical Library. Make them put a counter on that for sure. But the snatch is gone now, which is pretty good. Please put a counter on the skilled dark. But I think we're totally fine here. It's like Moth is very good. The opponent's snatch is gone. Please put a counter on skilled dark. Thank you. All right. We got the counter on the skilled dark. That could be very relevant if I end up getting this back somehow. So just want to make sure that there is a counter on there. Plus, the opponent can use skilled dark, whether they have a dark magician in their deck or not. So not irrelevant here. I'm gonna gain my 1,000. Already down to 1,200, now 22. If I heavy storm, yeah, I think I am just gonna heavy storm. Like the skilled dart goes away, but they lose this back row. I just get to set them off. Yeah, that's fine. And I've got Ring of Destruction. Maybe I can go Moth into Marionette. Okay. Sounds good to me. The Skilled Dark's going to go on to the graveyard. We don't get that back, unfortunately, but I will set him off. I will set my Ring of Destruction. I will pass a turn. So we're protected against level 2, Blade Knight, all of that good stuff, and then on the next turn, like, we can flip up Moth, grab our Graceful or something, trade it for a Magical Marionette, or we can get Heavy Storm. Opponent not summoning a monster is a little, little unfortunate, but yeah, yeah, we'll flip up Moth here. I'll target Heavy Storm. Oh, okay, that's fine. Opponent pays 4,000 for the Solemn Judgment. I'm just going to summon out Breaker then. And then we can take care of this other back row, and now we get to keep our ring. All right. Deal. I'm going to activate because I think this is Warriors. It could very well be a Sakuretsu. Yep, it is. Very nice. Breaker, get on in there for 1,600, and I feel pretty good about this one. Obviously would have loved to have resolved them off and have a 2,000 beater on the board, but you know. Yeah, Blade Knight's fine. We'll ring that up. And we might have game here. Any GGs. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right, so we got to do a spell counter thing. A little greedy to throw out the Royal Magical Library like that, but you know, we did it for the memes. So what did we do against Warriors last time? I honestly don't remember. I think I brought in the Mobius and the Zaborg and the Tribe and the Brain Controls, and we want these for sure. I think we're probably cutting anti-spells, Megaton Magical Cannon. Blast Magician looks good here. We can cut the Magical Plant Mandragola, Mind Control, and Nox. And we need to cut more. All of these other cards look pretty good. What's it, just the Power Stone that we can cut? Yeah, we're cutting down on the spell counter stuff quite a bit, but we do still have, you know, Marionette, Royal Magical Libraries, and the Blast Magician to help us out there. And we got to draw off a Royal Magical Library. Like, what what more do you want here? We also do still have Breaker, but gonna try to win this match. Got a little greedy to show off some spell counter stuff in game 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We get to put some counters on here. But, you know, obviously we don't have a Dark Magician in the deck, so we can't use the Skilled Dark, but that's okay. That is okay. Oh, King Tiger, you say? Well, it's not going to do much against Skilled Dark Magician here. Oh, Mobius, okay. Skilled Dark counters don't actually do anything for me at all, right? Because I don't have Anti-Spell or Megaton Magical Cannon in the deck. Or, yeah. Yeah, so let's just throw off Pot of Greed first before we even summon the Skilled Dark. Sook and Zaborg, okay. Well, we've drawn our tribute monsters, that's for sure. We'll throw off Graceful Charity now. Solemn... Oh, God, yeah. Oh, and a Moth? Oh, this is disgusting. I kind of want to keep my Tsukuyomi around, too, to go with this Moth. I know there's a King Tiger over there, but, like, I guess we could ditch Zaborg. Zaborg's kind of the worst. Mobius could end up being okay. I do think I want to keep my Skilled Dark. Maybe I do just ditch the Sook. I just don't need it. It is really good against this deck, but, like, I have Mirror Force, Saku, Double Solemn Judgment. And let's just get rid of, I could get rid of Mobius. This just takes so much setup, whereas I could just tribute this for a Mobius and maybe go in for a big play. And give the opponent the thinky face. It's actually kind of tough. Because if this doesn't work out, then like Tsukuyomi's fine against Warriors. But so is Mobius. I just don't see them breaking our loop here. I'm going to get rid of the Mobius, I think. And, I mean, Tsukuyomi can just end up being just fine. Let's just summon out Skilled Dark Magician, I think. Because if we can clear this in battle, we pick up a +1. I don't care if the opponent uses a Sakuretsu or something here. It's not a big deal. Oh. All right then. They really want this King Tiger around, don't they? I kind of got some bad news for him. I don't think that's going to work out. But we've lost all of our pressure, which is totally fine. Tsukuyomi Moth is good enough pressure. And we're just kind of a control deck at this point, right? We've got the Mirror Force, we've got the Sakuretsu. Yeah, they don't summon another monster, so I don't even have to burn the Mirror Force here. Yeah, let's just get that King Tiger right on out. Did we show anything? Like, we showed Royal Magical Library. Kaiku's fine. I don't really care about that. Interesting. I could summon out Sook here, but I think I'm just going to set them off. Set Moth, set Book. If the opponent has Knock, I may actually just Judgment. But we'll see. I'll set Moth. Super duper high upside. Potential, I mean, just potential to win the game here, right? And we'll see where we go. Exiled Force. This is aggressive, but I think if I get my... This is a show that the opponent doesn't have Knock, I think. And if I can get my engine going here, then we're doing pretty great. Call of the Haunted. All right. That's unfortunate. Maybe they target King Tiger. Exiled Force. Yeah, I'm not really allowed to Solemn again, I don't think. So we'll let them throw out this Exiled Force. Yeah, I tried to get everything online, just wasn't quite able to do it. And I think I am. I am just gonna Mirror Force this Kaiku here. Yeah, because we've got Dark Light online. Let's just get that out of here. The opponent's got 3 cards. We've got 3 cards. Call actually stays. And then I've got Tsukuyomi to clean up more monsters if I need to. Yeah, let's see here. We definitely got aggressive with at least the Call of the Haunted, the first one, and I think I'm totally fine with that. Like the upside is I probably win the game if I get to keep my little Moth engine online. But we're both sitting at 4,000, so there's a chance we could get there. We draw into, like more skilled Dark Magicians, the Blast Magician, something like that. Apprentice Magician would help get the loop going again, which would be very nice. But we'll see. We've got more protection. Like, we got the Sakuretsu chilling here. Yeah, opponent's gonna throw out a Premature Burial, probably grabbing Kaiku. Could be King Tiger. I'm fine with either, honestly. Yeah, Kaiku, that's fine. And I will Sakuretsu that thing onto the graveyard as well. Get that out of here. Alright, now we don't have to worry about our opponent getting anything out of the graveyard, which is very nice. And really, they're going to summon a Kaiku? That's fine. Huh. I'm kind of... Oh. Well... Yeah, we don't really need to brain control here. I think we can just run that over with a Tsukuyomi. Yeah, let's just summon out the Tsukuyomi. And see if we can flip this Kaiku. Now, like, if our opponent responded with a Solemn Judgment, we would just win. Because then, in that case, we could just brain control. And the opponent would be a 1600. But let's attack with a Tsukuyomi, try to clear this Kaiku. Yep. We get it on out of there, and Tsukuyomi's going to go right on back to hand. I do have a Book of Moon to protect myself if I need to. But we'll see. Sasuke. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to Book of Moon that. I'll take 1800. Unfortunately, brain control is just not quite lethal with these monsters our opponent's throwing out. Oh, Marionette, though? Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, let's just brain control. I suppose it's a 1400s, and now, like, we're in ring range, but we do have a Solemn Judgment here. I guess we attack first. Yeah, we definitely attack first. If the opponent has a Battle Trap, that's fine. We pick up a plus, but yeah, we put our opponent to 1400. Pretty nice. And now we can just sack this thing off, summon out Magical Marionette. And we've got a Book of Moon plus a Solemn Judgment to protect here. All right. May have a reader from the opponent over there. But brain control coming in clutch with a Magical Marionette. Glad to have this thing on the field. I love this card so much. Whenever I first read it back in the day as a kid, I was like, oh my god, this card's insane. Tribe? Oh, Tribe's really annoying here. I only have Book of Moon. I'm gonna Solemn this. I don't think my opponent has a ring back there. I feel like they would have thrown it off already. And I'm gonna go for the win. All right, opponent sets another back row. That's fine. Royal Magical Library. Okay. Mirror Force and Torrential are both still live, so yeah. Let's just attack him with a Marionette. Yeah, whenever I first read this card as a kid, I was like, holy crap, this card's awesome. Like, you just do, like, not very much work at all to kill a monster. But while I was talking, our opponent conceded. Unfortunately, like, we didn't get to do, like, too much of the spell counter stuff, but, like, I think you can see this deck could actually just be, like, potentially pretty decent. Like, it's not going to ever be a meta threat. It's on Meme Deck Monday. Let's be real. But, like, as far as, like, the Apprentice Magician package, it's pretty strong. And just being able to use Royal Magical Library in a deck that, you know, isn't the FTK is really fun. And you've got some powerful synergies. Obviously, you know, like I talked about before, the Apprentice Magician engine is very strong. Magical Marionette can kill things for free. Blast Magician can kill things for free, though I don't think it's as good as Magical Marionette. You can support chaos stuff. You can do a whole lot of different stuff with this. You could even go like Skill Dark Magician with Dark Magician if you want to. I did try that at first, and it was almost like but yeah, no Megaton Magical Cannon activations. Unfortunately, didn't get to use Anti-Spell either, but you know, sometimes that's how it goes. We did get to activate Royal Magical Library. We had a few chances in that first one to do some things and just opted for some different lines, but yeah, may revisit in the future with a little bit more emphasis on actually doing the spell counter thing. But on the last Meme Deck Monday, a few of you actually commented saying, like, you know, we actually want to see these decks be like the best they can be. And that was kind of a little bit more of the focus that I had for this video. So if you're still watching, hopefully that's a little bit of a proof that I do take your all's comments and everything into consideration for some of these videos. And I don't just push forward with like, this is what I want to do all the time. So yeah, this is going to be Spell Counter Control for Meme Deck Monday. I have talked enough here. We're going to be signing off. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.